on YouTube. Yeah, my music correct? All right, and we're back. Finally, after being snowbound in for 2 out of the last 3 weeks, the snow has broken, and we are back with Alpha Madness, with Rescue Mania recap, and we're back with the Alpha Male Show. What's going on, people? Rocco Ferlino in the house, Jay Santos, my boy Cheyenne, Steve is in the house, Chris Cheeto, my old buddy from grammar school. I've known this man since he was 5 years old, my boy Stephen Alho. What's going on, Steve? What's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody aboard, and it's good to be back. I'm gonna start off with a quick shout out to my girls from Lyndhurst Golden Bear cheering. Went to nationals up in Albany. The seniors, the juniors, both won national titles, because in Lyndhurst, we always come through with the gold, baby. We won national titles. The junior won grand champions for their division. We can't be stopped. We won't be beat. Okay, it's good to be back. My God, I got so much stuff to talk about. I don't know where to stop. My boy Joey Ventosa with his gorgeous bride Danielle in the house. Good to see you all. Always nice to have everybody back. I'm going to give you a quick update. What was that squeal? Somebody step on a cat? Well, if so, step on a cat again. I hate those things. They're messengers from the devil. Dogs are the only way to go. All right, we're going to give you some quick Alpha Madness results. Jen Garrett laid a severe beating on poor Lacey Rain. I feel bad for Lacey because I love her so much. But she's got to be a little bruised from the beating she took. So Jen Garrett has moved on. Our boy Dave Hodge tried to put up a fight early on, but the lovely Australian Aussie herself, Julie Angelino Lorendi Giovinazzo, God, that name gives me a heart on, has moved on to the next round, where she will be taking on Jen Garrett in the Battle of Juggernauts in the Alpha 4. They have both received the most votes so far, so it's interesting to see where it goes. And the voting already, I just posted the pools up at 4:30, and already Jen Garrett is attacking Julie Angelina Lorendi Giovinazzo. But as soon as Julie wakes up and the rest of Australia catches up, you will see a surgence by her, I believe. Also, in the other bracket, you have the gorgeous, the vivacious, the very intelligent goddess who walks among us, Aria Moon, taking on my girl, the one I hope to have starring in my hot comedy smash hit, which has yet to really materialize much lately, but we are working on putting together a couple of fundraisers for it. And as soon as we get some funds up, I will let you know who else is in. Cheyenne, my man, what's going on? I can't wait to hear from you. I'm definitely going to give us a big intro. Hey, my boy Michael is in the house. Great ring announcer that he is. Paulina Castro, what's going on, brother? Great to see you this weekend. All right, so make sure everybody gets out. Vote for your Alpha Male, your Alpha Madness tournament winners. As you can see, the Alfie Trophy is with me this week. It is sitting on Stacia, you gorgeous thing, you. You are one of the sexiest women I've ever laid eyes on. And this trophy right here, along with $200, could be yours if you can just manage to beat out Aria Moon and then the winner in the other bracket. You're right there, honey. I'm wishing you luck, and I'm rooting for you. But as you can see, the trophy stands tall right here next to me. And I will have the gift cards ready as soon as I know whether the money will be coming through U.S. funds or Australian funds. Because, you know, as long as Julie is still in the running, it could go either way. It could go overseas. First over Alfie. Real quick, we're going to do a recap of. I wanted to do a whole series last week on Rescue Mania, but unfortunately, due to Mother Nature trying her best to beat me down like a dirty dog, we couldn't get into the studio last week. Owner Ruben Rodriguez said he can't come in and shovel because he's too busy stalking Christopher Lloyd in the bathroom. So he couldn't come in to shovel and get us out, so we weren't allowed to get in. But we had some phenomenal matches from top to bottom at Rescue Mania. Sebastian Cage, even though he took a whooping from Mike Orlando, still managed to pull out the victory, reaching down deep. Darius Carter outclassed the Lucha Librador Ultimate Mayo, who obviously is hiding his face from Donald Trump so he doesn't get deported. Sean Donovan taking on Rico Resley, I don't know what his name was. Sean Donovan yelling at me, telling me I'm wearing a 7X shirt, even though I was rooting for him. Monty Mason, what's going on, brother? Good to see you in the house. Sean Donovan did a great job making short work of Rico's Nike, Nestle, whatever his name is. Sinister X, protege of one, Robert Frank, outclassed the Craig Steele. Andrew Anderson came in and he just beat up everybody until 10 Hulk Hogans rushed the ring and attacked him and subdued him. And in the main event, my buddy Crowbar took on Adam Payne in what was one of the most phenomenal independent matches I have ever seen in my entire life. What a great matchup that was, only to be broken up by Eddie Jackson and Andrew Anderson. And then an impromptu match between Andrew Anderson and Gunner Trash broke out. Oh, yeah, you know, I forgot an intermission. There was a six-man where Jarrett Foster and his partner, Bright Lights or Big Lights or Jersey Jewel, I forget. Paul Bonanno in the house. What's going on, Paul? They teamed up with Prince Akatan or Akatine or you know, I don't know, Dietine or whatever it's called. They took on Gunner Trash, Tito Santana, and Little Guido. And Gunner Trash, Tito Santana, and Little Guido managed to rob a win there. But then Gunner Trash came in at the end of the night, and he took on Andrew Anderson in an impromptu match. And it took Adam Payne, Crowbar, and Gunner Trash to all jump on the beast, Andrew Anderson. But in the end, Gunner Trash walked out with Andrew Anderson's North American title. And that's all we have on Rescue Mania. Until my buddy Cheyenne calls in, I got to tell you, I had a great time announcing with Cheyenne, hosting with him. I can't tell you enough, and I'll praise him a little more when he calls in, because I want to make sure he's live and listening in when he hears all this. Kevin Clark in the house, what's going on? And Michael did a great job ring announcing, along with some 8-year-old kid who was also ring announcing. But what a great event it was. It was really a family event. Let me tell you, if you run if you need someone who has needs some funds raised, like fire department, the EMS, anybody who can use a nice sum of money, you know, well, I don't know what's a nice sum of money for you, but if you use some money and you need to do a fundraiser, definitely reach out to me. Reach out to my buddy Crowbar, Chris Ford. And what a phenomenal event he put on, top to bottom. Really a family-friendly event. The kids loved it. They had families there. Had over 800 people for an independent card, which is completely unheard of. And we're going to do it again. Everyone's telling us it was a fluke. that there's no way we could do it again, and I'm going to guarantee you we're going to do it again and again and again, because it's what the world is craving today. It's what people have been clamoring for. People have been begging for some family-friendly, fun entertainment, and that's what Rescue Mania was. It was family-friendly. The kids had a blast. They got to see all the wrestlers, get autographs from the wrestlers. They got to interact with them, and it was just a phenomenal event. Everybody had a great time. I can't say enough good things about it, and I was just thrilled to be a part of it. Chris, thank you for including me and thinking of me when you decided to put this event together. I couldn't be more honored than to be a part of it, and it was really, I can't say enough great things about it. And I'm so looking forward to the second one. I hope Chris brings me aboard for that one too. But either way, I'm going to continue to help him out any way I can. Sharon, what's going on? Paul Veneer sending me all kinds of messages while I'm on the air live. Way to go, Paul. Why don't you just come on in, Paul? You can stand in front of the camera again for another 5 minutes. I'm sure you'll be in any minute. In the meantime, I just see a picture of Paul at the bottom of the screen. Fantastic. That's all right. Leave Paul's head there. He's the comedy tornado. Okay, we got so much stuff to talk about. What I'm going to do is, before Cheyenne calls in, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to my sponsors. This way I get that out of the way for when he comes in, because I always like to read them off twice, at least, unless I'm lacking content, which I am definitely not lacking this week. 2 weeks off. We got to talk about Corey Feldman getting stabbed, allegedly by a group of Justin Bieber lovers. From what I read, it was pedophiles who attacked him, so just automatically figure they're Justin Bieber lovers if they like little boys. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about the walkout with the kids and a bunch of other stuff. But first, let me just tell you, before you listen to all this stuff, glad to hear that, Sharon. Glad everything is good. Before I can go and rattle off a bunch of stuff here every week, I need to get something to eat, and I need to go to my favorite place, Josie's Pizzeria at 228 Stuyvesant Ave, Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Give them a call, 201-933-1966, or go to josie'spizzeria.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm sure they're all over the place. I follow them everywhere, and I'm there as often as I can be. Somebody's an idiot. Who's an idiot, Danielle? Me? Because you'd be correct if you were talking about me. I think you meant Corey Feldman. Well, he might be an idiot, but he's also right. I'm sure he wasn't the first kid who got screwed up by adults touching him as a young child in Hollywood. And as I was saying, go to Josie's Pizzeria, 228 Stuyvesant Ave, 201-933-1966. josie'spizzeria.com. Tell them Ed from the Alpha Male Show sent you, and they'll probably punch you in the throat. But at least the food will be good. Also, my friends, North Jersey Alliance Football Club, reach out to them on Facebook. Click on their link, and they'll bring you to their website where you can get tons of good gear. Let me tell you, I've been watching them. I've been working with them. What they do for the kids, their clinics, all the help they give them, everything they do. They're involved in the community. They're really a great organization. I can't say enough great things about my boys at North Jersey Alliance. So definitely give them some support. Maybe come out and see some soccer games. I can't wait to get out there. They usually tell me in the middle of the game that the game is going on. So it makes it kind of hard for me to get there, but I will get to a few of their games. Also, if you're in Atlantic City, go to the Atlantic City Comedy Club at acjokes.com. I was talking to my buddy Matt Bridgestone just Monday night. They're putting on great shows every night of the week. Definitely worth the trip. If you're down in AC, go check them out. Also, 2btbmusic.com if you want some studio time for your band. I have no idea where it's located because Gene keeps it a secret, but he doesn't know where it is either, allegedly. But eventually we're going to find out where it is. But I bet you if you go to 2btbmusic.com, that's the number 2, btbmusic.com, it'll tell you where they are. Also, guys, if you really appreciate the fact that your girl went all out on March the 14th, which is Steak and Blowjob Day, which was a couple of weeks ago, do something special for her. Go to GiselleBella.com, and she'll put together some nice jewelry for you, and you can say thank you, and it's a nice way to get started for next year if that's the only day you get a steak or a blowjob from your girl. Also, Monday nights, Uncomfortably Funny podcast from 7 to 9. Check them out on Periscope, Facebook, Ustream, wherever else they can come. They're all coming from Pet Cemetery Studios with Dave Hodge, Shay Farrell. I never remember. It's Shay something or other. It's Shay Farrell _ whichever it is. And Anthony Ennis. I was just on this Monday night, and we had Jonesy, had B Money on from Rescue Mania. He had his friend call in who was a lesbian vegan, and I'm pretty sure she's eating meat now, and she hates Jonesy's guts after what me and Anthony Ennis did to her. Also tonight, 8:30 to 10:30, Animal House Radio, allegedly. I haven't seen a post from Carlo, so either we don't have any outdated guests or nobody's coming in. I'm not really sure which. But allegedly, everyone's coming in at 8:30 to 10:30. If nobody shows up, I'll just keep going. I can talk all night. I can listen to myself all evening. I don't know if anyone else can, but God knows I can. And all of that is brought to you by our friends right here at HamiltonRadio.net, where all the fun comes in. And since I'm bringing up my boys at HamiltonRadio.net, just recently, a couple of weeks ago, my buddy's band, Reality Suite, they put out a video with my good friend was in it, and he tagged me into the link. I heard their song. I immediately brought the song to the attention of my my program director and one of the alleged owners of this station. There's so many owners now, I don't really know who owns it. But one of the alleged owners, my buddy Gene Piero, he heard the stuff. Orlando, what's going on? And Reality Suites is really good stuff. Sharon Priscilla Vieira. Hamilton Radio rocks. Yes, Hamilton Radio is awesome, but I'm trying to plug the band. Stop kissing Gene's ass. That's all right. You can kiss Gene's ass. He's a good guy. But Reality Suites, definitely check them out. I'm gonna try and get them in studio in a week or so. I gotta reach out to a couple of people, see if we can get them to come in either during my show or Animal House. Carlo likes having strange guests on, so that would fit right in with him. I usually like to just listen to myself jabber for an hour, so the band might interrupt my flow. But they're definitely worth it. So check out Reality Suites on YouTube and listen to them on Hamilton Radio. And give them, I don't know how you like things on Hamilton Radio, but call Gene or email him or I don't know, send smoke signals or whatever it is we do to communicate with Gene around here. And hey, Julie Angelina has just checked in. Julie, the voting has begun, darling. You're a little behind, but I'm pretty sure once all the kangaroos and wallabies wake up, the voting is going to start flooding in for you. I'm looking forward to that matchup with you and Jen Garrett. The both of you are the leading vote getters so far. If you're going to win this thing, I'm going to have to find out how to pay you. What like $200 American is like what? I got to send you 4 kangaroos and 3 pictures of Steve Irwin. How does that work? We'll figure that out. We'll worry about that. We don't want to put the cart before the horse, or in your case, the wallaby before the crocodile. All right, since we're gonna jump into some things that have agitated the hell out of me the last couple of weeks. I myself am a big proponent of making sure everyone in America is armed, because when people are armed, everyone's nice. I'm flying you to America. Apparently you haven't heard about my movie, Julie. You might not want to come to America to be in this flick. I mean, it is a comedy, but certain aspects of yourself will have to be exposed during this movie. But we'll talk about that later. Fly you to America from Australia. What's that, like $16 American? Down there, that's like 4 turtles, nine machetes from the outback, and some lager. All right. Now, as I was going, they got this this Dave Haig, whatever his name is, running around acting like a baby Hitler, throwing his arm in the air. Did anyone ever think that possibly, when you're looking at this kid, do you ever think maybe we get someone who the American people won't completely 100% detest when they look at his smug punk face on a TV screen? All right? Between him and the midget Sinead O'Connor ripping up the Constitution, I can't think of two more repulsive people than these two to try and lead a movement to take my guns away. These kids, we shouldn't curse in front of them because, last time I cursed in front of a teenager at a comedy show, the whole place went up in arms and almost stormed out because I said a naughty word. But they're going to tell me whether I should carry a gun or not? What the hell is wrong with them? Hey, all you guys better vote for Julie Angelina Lorendi Giovinazzo, according to her. I think Jen Garrett's going to have a different take on that. This is going to be a fun matchup between you two. I'm going to be enjoying it all week. And I'm going to be honest, I know a few other ways I can enjoy the two of you together. Just saying. Or apart, either one. Joey Devereaux in the house. How's it down there in Florida, Joe? 85 degrees? Bastard. Anyway, if the left really wants to get any point across, you can't take a smug punk like this David Hogg guy, who's obviously, who's supposed to be a high school kid. He's a high school kid who's on tour of the entire country. He was in Toronto. Now he's somewhere in the United States. When's this kid going to school? I'll have you know, Julie, I am not dirty. I showered just a couple of days ago. Okay, maybe I am a little dirty. Anyway, this kid is never in school. He's on tour. The Sinead O'Connor chick ripping up the Constitution looks like she's 75. She's got to at least be in her 30s. I mean, really? What is going on? Spring break. I'm coming down, Joe. Because it's now in its 50s and it's raining and miserable here. Don't you just miss Jersey? Bastards. I'm gonna go one step further. We're gonna talk about yeah, Steve, I actually did see his video where he dropped like 35 F-bombs every sentence, because the kid is, I don't know whether they're trying to make him look more adult or more like a kid, because he doesn't know how to speak. Hey, Joe Devereaux works in the Parkland School District. Joe, did you get to shoot anybody down there? Because I would shoot those kids. Honestly, if that kid's in one of those schools, you should really just go beat him up. You should give him a good old-fashioned Jersey beatdown. Because that smug look on his face, I want to throw him out a window. So I don't know by him cursing. Are they trying to make him look more adult? Are they trying to make him look less like an adult? Because the more I look at him, he just looks like a smug asshole. The kind of kid you just punch and smack around. But, you know, that's me. Now, you know, we got all this stuff going on. Police are still guarding the school. What took them so long, Joe? Where were they a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, the cops are now guarding the Parkland school. I got an idea. Where were they a week ago when they were supposed to be in there and the kids shooting up the whole school? Good job. Good job, coppers. I'm usually a supporter of the police, but not when you're going, I'm not going in there. There's a guy in there with a gun. You know, they did another thing, and you know, I hate sounding like I'm 100% behind the right, because I'm really not. I'm more down the middle. There's certain things I'm conservative about, certain things I'm liberal about. Okay, abortion is murder, but if I'm going to lose my house, if my wife and my kids are going to leave me and I'm going to lose my house, I'm going to start living off a hot plate, that chick better go get an abortion. My secretary better get an abortion, or I'm throwing her down a flight of stairs. Murder is one thing. It's a whole other thing, me having to live in a shanty. But they go after Stormy Daniels, who, you know, I've spoken about this before. I'll speak about it again. Who cares who President Trump was having sex with? And who cares he paid her to be quiet? Of course he paid her to be quiet. You do whatever you can because you don't want your wife to know. See, that's where I get it with Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton didn't lie for you people. Bill Clinton was banging Monica Lewinsky because, well, A, he's obviously into chubby, ugly chicks. But, I mean, come on, look at his wife. She's a hideous gargoyle. But that's a lot of money he would have had to give up if he got divorced from her. So, of course, he lied. Okay, who goes on national television and say, oh, yeah, I cheated on my wife. Yeah, no problem. All right, so Trump paid Stormy Daniels to keep her mouth shut so his wife won't find out. And all you bro code guys are just breaking the code. Hillary is a troll, Joe. She's hideous. David Hodge in the house. What's going on there, Hodger? You coming in tonight, Hodge? But you know, and I got to say this: they got the Stormy Daniels thing. They got all this stuff going on. How do I get the? Do I have to become president to get the kind of attention Donald Trump gets? Oh, Monica was more than a step up, Dave. She was a leap, and that's sad. When Monica is a bounding leap up, from Hillary, it's horrid. But what do I got to do to get the kind of attention that Trump gets? I swear to God, I can't open the internet. I don't want to look at Facebook anymore. I don't want to look at Twitter. I don't want to look at any of it because not a one of you could open your mouth. I can't look through a thread about anything. Joe, President Ruffalo would be fantastic. Could you imagine me running this country? God, if I ran this country, these degenerates would just be kept in line. Oh, no. Look at Julie, just pounding away, trying to get votes. I love her. In more ways than one. I need her to start cooking it when it's not 3 a.m. here. Wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and there's a live video of Julie cooking somewhere in the kitchen, half naked. And I'm like, I can't even open my eyes. And when I do, I'm like, where am I? And all of a sudden, you know, her boobs are hanging out of her apron. And all of a sudden, I'm awake now at 3 a.m. and I can't get back to sleep. Thanks, Julie. Anyway, I'm trying to find out how to get the kind of attention Trump has. Because not for 10 seconds, not for one post, not for one thing about anything, can people keep Trump's name out of their mouth. Everything. If you ask somebody's opinion on something, it somehow gets reverted around to a bad Trump joke. And let me tell you, all your jokes, every one of them about Donald Trump is bad. I've yet to hear one that is gut-busting funny that I had to hear out of your mouth. At this point, every year, every time I got to hear I hear someone go after Trump, I just the energy just gets drained out of me. It's not funny. You guys aren't funny. I know you're trying to be funny, but you're really not. And it's not so much that I'm supporting Trump as I'm against your jokes. Your jokes are terrible. Come on, write something good. Anything. Crying out loud. Be creative, people. And Sharon's agreeing with me. I love Sharon. How have you been, Sharon? How's Tom? Her husband's Tom, right, Gene? I knew it. See, I knew it was Tom. It's amazing I remembered. I can't remember my name half morning. Every time I wake up, I go, who the frig am I? All right. Where the hell was I? I've been trying to get at that Trump thing for about 8 weeks now. Honestly, I've been trying to ask about how to get Trump out of your mouth for about 8 weeks now. It's just, it keeps getting interrupted and pushed back to the next week and pushed back to the next week. But I had to ask. I couldn't take it anymore. These kids are walking out of school for gun control. I can't say any dirty words around them. They can't buy alcohol, but they're going to tell me whether I should own a gun or not. Somebody punch that kid in his face, throw him over your knee. His parents should have given him the beating he deserved when he was 5 years old and stuck him back in his room. You want to know what the problem is? Timeouts are the problem. Kids aren't afraid of timeouts. Here, go stand over there. Really? Go stand over there? That's your answer. Oh, I'm out of control. Go stand over there. Okay, now I'm standing over there out of control. I'm not afraid of standing over there. What's so scary about standing over there? Go stand over there. No, I wasn't going to stand. Let me tell you, I met my father. I would have been glad to go stand over there when he got mad at me. Julie, I wasn't telling everyone to vote for you. I was suggesting everyone just to vote because I'm not taking sides in this. I'll be honest with you. There's 4 finalists. I'm in love with all 4 of you. I'd sleep with all 4 of you. All 4 of you would throw up if you slept with me. And so whoever wins, fantastic. You're right, Joe. Ever since they took dodgeball out of school, it's been downhill. Ever since we couldn't take a big, airy rubber ball and bounce it off the nerd's face, the schools have just been downhill. We need to start stereotyping again. We don't need fat chicks as cheerleaders. We don't need kids with pocket protectors and doofy glasses as playing football. Right? We need to go back to stereotyping people. Things were better then. They worked then. Okay, this whole high school musical movement is wrong. Call on in, Cheyenne. Love to hear from you. Chris is probably adjusting someone's neck right now. After he slammed Adam Payne down about 600 times and then hit Andrew Anderson with a chair in the back of the head, he probably has to adjust their backs again to get him to work. Who was I yelling at? Hey, it's Paul Veneer. Everyone, the comedy tornado has arrived. It is Paul Veneer. So at any point in time, it could be our Eating with Paul segment. But right now, we're still waiting on a call from my boy Cheyenne. Give us a call at 609-807-2492. And all these pop-ups are driving me insane. It's amazing how many pop-ups come in. And here's Carlo. I think I'm Jack Lambert Valerio in the house. And here's Drusilla. I make little snowmen and bring them to work, Bella. So we got Animal House Radio in the house. I don't know if Shay is coming. He was there Monday night at... what is that? What are you asking me? Carlo, do me a favor. Yell at Gene for not talking on the mic when he's on the show. Tell him how rude that is.
Can we put these out there so that people can see what she made?
Paul stands in front of my camera. Carlo runs his whole show off the TV while I'm watching it. And we're worried about if one of my sponsors can put something on the table. Of course she can. Okay. It's not your award. You didn't win the Alfie. You're not an Alfie. You haven't been named Alpha Woman of the Week, so you can't be an Alfie. No, not yet. We've been voted. We're down to Jen Garrett, Julie Angelina Giovinazzi, Lorendi Giovinazzo, Stacia Diana, and Aria Moon, our 4 finalists. I can't understand a word you're saying, Giselle. You really... I'm glad you voted. That's fantastic. See, everyone here would know that she voted. You're right, Steve. Let's not go crazy. My dad wasn't exactly a good man, but you definitely did what he said because he was a big man. And if he told you to do something, you did it, or you caught a beating for not doing it. So let me tell you, I'd go stand in the corner. I'd be grateful to go stand in the corner if my parents were mad at me, because I didn't care if my mother hit me, because my mother would just throw shoes at me and stuff. My father would throw fists, and they were like jackhammers coming at your head. And these kids are worried about, I'll get put in a corner. Of course you're going to shoot people. You're not disciplined. What's going on, Kevin Connors? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Hey, look at that. Carlos bringing in food. That's all right. Paul will be eating next to me any minute now. It's the Eating with Paul Vernier segment of my show.
You really should do something. I'm coming.
We already have. It's already been questioned by my fans if Paul sitting down and eating next to me during the show is part of the segment. So it's now become Eating with Paul has become the segment.
You know that's almost the end of the show. When you see Paul.
Not even close. I still got another 25 minutes of this show. I was in the middle of a rant. What am I going to do, eat while I'm watching? Oh, because I'm just talking. I'm the only one on the show. That's what everybody wants to hear, me with a mouthful of food. You can order a pizza, Cheyenne. Give me a call at 609-807-2492. Can't wait to hear from you. Everybody's chomping at the bit. And it's perfect time to call. It's a perfect time to call in because right now we are in the middle of our Eating with Paul Vernier segment.
That's it. I'm ready. We have a lovely subs. I need this microphone.
Yes. As you can see, we have...
Oh, they got the Ralphie.
We
got
have
the
some
Alfie.
snowman. The Alfie has arrived.
Very good. Today on the menu we have roast beef. We have turkey sandwiches. We have coleslaw, macaroni
Coleslaw.
salad.
Who eats coleslaw? I thought that was just something they put in a cup that you throw out.
That's at weddings.
Weddings. I do it at diners. I wouldn't eat coleslaw.
Is tonight the finals?
No, this is the...
Semifinals?
We're in the Alpha 4.
Oh, okay.
We're down to Stacia Diana, Aria Moon, Julie Angelina Lorendi Giovinazzo, and Jen Garrett.
I love that name.
I know. Know what I love? At 3 o'clock in the morning when something wakes me up and I go on Facebook and she's all covered in like pizza dough and stuff and her tits are hanging out.
Nice. That's a good combo.
Oh, we have a phone caller.
Ed, how are you? Cheyenne here.
Cheyenne, you are on the air. What's going
How's
on?
everybody doing tonight? And who would come on the show and not bring enough food for everybody is what I'm saying.
Oh, we have enough for everybody.
There's definitely enough food for everybody. There always is.
Yep.
How's everything been and what's the response been since I last saw you?
Okay, well, let me give everybody a background on who we're speaking with here. Hi, Sandra. We are speaking with my boy Cheyenne Ortiz. Rescue Mania. Let me tell you, this guy is the best, bar none, best straight man anybody could ever work with. I got to be honest, Cheyenne. I was just trying to keep up with you all night.
That's very nice, yeah. Thank you so much.
You were top notch, baby. What a pleasure it was working with you.
It was a real treat. It really was.
I'll tell you, the whole card was a real treat.
It really was, and you know, it was great to.
He fell asleep.
Yeah.
It was great to, I'm sorry, I got you doubling because I'm trying to get my nephew to watch the show. No, it was great to. It was great to kind of do that because that's kind of like my roots in announcing because that's the era I grew up in. So to be selected to do that and pretty much what you grew up in, it's kind of cool. And to have a great partner, it's a double win.
It really was. I tell you what, I can't thank Chris enough for bringing me aboard. I've never had the opportunity to announce wrestling. I tend to talk my ass off a lot.
Which I still don't believe. Because you were too quick to not have done wrestling before.
I appreciate
That's what his ex-wife said.
Yeah, that's why she's my ex-wife. I'll tell you what, I've reached out. I have people flooding me. I've just put it out there to a couple of people, and I must have 5 or 6 different places that are going, hey, we want to do fundraisers with Rescue Mania. The buzz on that card is just amazing. Everybody wants to get their hands in it now.
Yeah, and rightfully so. It was exactly what Chris had wanted, and that was good family wrestling and solid talent. Because all those guys, all those young talents, were most certainly hungry.
They were. It was great wrestling from the outset match between Sebastian Cage and Mike Orlando, which was just a phenomenal match. What heat that match brought on, and it really got the card rolling. Darius Carter and Ultimate Mayo were back and forth. Great old school match that was. Sean Donovan, I'll tell you what, everyone goes, oh, how can you like Sean Donovan? He was insulting you. He told me, he goes, I wasn't going to live to 40. I'm already 46. He thinks I look under 40.
Yes, you got one win.
Yeah, I took that as a win.
Hell yeah.
And I got to say that match between Crowbar and Adam Payne was one of the greatest matches on the independent circuit I've ever seen.
Without question.
I mean, that's the kind of match you expect to see out of out of the WWE or from old-time WCW or NWA. That was just a great match from start to finish. It's a shame Andrew Anderson and Eddie Jackson came in and broke it up because I wanted to see a winner. But I definitely see Andrew Anderson's point getting shunned.
He didn't get shunned. He destroyed half the staff. You can't say he got shunned.
He was the North American champ until he got triple teamed by Crowbar, Adam Payne.
You kind of had that coming. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I don't think he had that coming. I think he's just misunderstood.
Yeah, okay. Like most bullies are misunderstood. But before I get into the kind of the card here, I'm having a cyber problem. I don't know if this is the right one to address this, but I'm trying to get my nephew to watch this. Am I doing this right?
He can watch. He should be able to just go right to my Facebook page and it'll be live there.
Okay. I just got him to friend request you. He's got a hard time looking it up, but he's
Let's see.
Here with me. So it was a great show, and Felician University, great facility, because I don't get to do many college shows these days. So that was cool.
That was awesome.
I think I'd only been in Lodi for college stuff.
Yeah, Chris just mentioned he goes tuning in from Disney.
Well, he deserves a vacation, so I hope you're having a great time.
Without a doubt, I hope he is having a great time. But Chris, I got a meeting tomorrow with the Lyndhurst Soccer Club. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to them about maybe doing a fundraiser. Maybe they could team up a little league or football or something, and have 2 organizations kind of sponsor an event, so they can like split the money or something. I got a lot of people beating down my door going, how can we get involved? How can we get involved?
Well, I tell you, it was tough to get involved because tickets were sold out, and we broke an attendance record. I know with WrestleMania around next week, it's not like we sold out, the Superdome or MetLife, but we broke an attendance record at the Joe Job Auditorium. 113 people, Ed.
I know 800. That I've never had the privilege of performing in front of that many people. Every one of them was phenomenal. I love the fact that they were booing me when I said I was from Lyndhurst.
Oh man, we came right out the cocker, and easily I was like, this man's gonna have to leave in an ambulance just to get him out.
I knew there was going to be a hostile crowd all night. But I think the 10 Hulk Hogan's running to the ring comment got me off the hook.
Yeah. Which Andrew Anderson said was the best line of the entire night.
Well, it was 10 Hulk Hogan. What's with all the red and yellow shirts? I thought
I got to hang out with Chris and a couple of the guys afterwards and just get a couple interviews and stuff like that. And I saw Andrew Anderson, and he mentioned that was the best line of the night, hands down.
I'm glad he liked it. I'm glad he doesn't want to beat me up because he's a big man.
Yeah, he is a very, very big man. And I tell you, he's going to be more disgruntled when we get to Rescue Mania 2. I don't want to say his name wrong, but how about Michael Zarek on the ring announcing? Pretty good, huh? He did that big introduction.
Yeah, he really did a great job on introductions. He did a great job. Rich did a great job of just DJing and running the mics and everything.
Transition guy, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything about the event was top notch, top to bottom.
We really had a great broadcast production team on our end, and I think we got better as the night went on.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think as you and I got more comfortable with each other after the first couple of matches, I think we flowed a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
But I got to tell you, you made it easy for me to chime in and flow in and out. You're one of the best straight men I ever worked with. The other great guy I've worked with is sitting right next to me on the Eating with Paul Veneer segment. If anybody knows how to set me up, it's Paul Veneer. And you were right there with him, Cheyenne. I got to tell you, I had a great time working with you.
A straight man who curves his spoon when he eats.
Yes.
That's what it is. I tell you, we started off really hot. Orlando, Sebastian Cage. I know we touched on it, but I literally, for those two cats, I don't know if you're aware of this. I guess I could say this. I've been calling. I don't want to say most of, but a decent fraction of their matches since they started.
Right.
And to see those two come together, I mean, that was a great, David Goliath story, wasn't it?
It really was. I don't know how Sebastian Cage pulled out a win. Mike Orlando beat him from pillar to post that whole match. And I didn't even know Sebastian Cage was still conscious when he got the 3 count on Mike Orlando.
Perseverance and heart, man. He pulled through.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I had the privilege of getting into the ring with Rutherford's own Gunner Trash. How about that segment? And forget about the fact that Prince and Steve and Jared interrupted, but how about that moment that Gunner had? He got very emotional when we were in the ring discussing Rescue Mania.
Yeah, he really did. At some point, Gunner thinks, taking out the trash is part of the first response unit. But, he did bring up a great point about how much they do. The first response units, the fire department, police department. It was great of him to notice all that. And if it wasn't for his garbage pail and the help of Adam Payne and Crowbar, he wouldn't be North American champ right now.
I personally think what's good for the goose is good for the duck, but that's my personal opinion. And I thought it was a great thing to be part of. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. I got to start at Ace Pro Wrestling out of, at that time they were in Wallington and such. And one of the first non-Ace shows I got to go to and just be a fan, I can't remember the town right now, but Gunner Trash was on there. So I met him around the same time that I got into the business, and seeing him, he was in phenomenal shape. So he's always been a nice guy, and he's always been friendly. He's always been approachable. He loves what he does. So to be in there with him, seeing him get emotional was a real thrill for me for that moment. Until, of course, Prince and company ruined it, which you were all for.
Yes, I was. I was definitely all for it because, Gunner Trash does smell like garbage because, he plays in garbage all day. And
That's true.
And the Prince is a prince. He's
Classic.
he's used to people taking out the trash for him and servicing him and everything. And I heard Gunner Trash used to work for him and just couldn't get the garbage out quick enough. So he had to fire him.
I think we have different narratives of those two characters, sir. You mentioned on it earlier, Maya and Carter, another great solid match. Ultimo Maya, what a tremendous look he has, huh, with the mask.
I tell you what, I'm pretty sure Ultimate Maya is a criminal. I think Donald Trump is looking for him. And I think when Donald finds out who he really is, Mr. Trump is going to have him deported.
Who was the most?
I don't like the innuendos behind what you're saying.
Who do you feel was the most talented wrestler that was there that night?
Oh, wow. I mean, it's tough to single out one guy because, I've seen these guys, and it's really tough to single out. It's one of those situations where what one has, the other doesn't have, if that makes sense.
Right. I know.
It's just stellar talent from top to bottom. If that's the case, not for nothing, but you and I got to be part of a match that featured Tito Santana, and the entire crowd of Lyndhurst turned into Madison Square Garden in 1984.
Yeah, it really did.
It was like he was in there with Valentine. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem with that is, Tito's a legend. Little Guido was a legend.
Yes.
Sasquatch is a legend, too. I don't want to see him in the ring.
Well, maybe some. Well, what about Pizza the Hut? I'd like to see Pizza the Hut have one more match.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to eat Pizza the Hut because I'm a little hungry with this food sitting right in front of me.
Well, that's what happened with him with that damn bounty. You mentioned Andrew Anderson, and not only did he assault his opponents, he assaulted an official, he assaulted an enforcer, security agents,
Girl Scouts,
Moses, anybody under the sun. Andrew Anderson got his hands on.
Well, everyone just kept attacking the poor guy. Just because he's big doesn't mean you can just bully him around.
No, they tried to subdue him. Subdue is what they tried to do.
Well, maybe they should have just talked to him in a nice, calm manner.
Yeah, I think that would have worked out just fine, and that probably would have gotten them on World Star Hip Hop. Then we had a six-man tag team match, like we mentioned. How about it? Gunner's got some Rolodex of friends. He pulled out Tito Santana and Little Guido against Steve Jarrett. Well, it was Steve Jarrett. B-Money was at ringside, of course, and of course Prince Akhenaten. That's quite a Rolodex.
That was. You had a lot of experience in that ring going against Jarrett Foster and Steve Bright Lights or Big Lights or
was Tori Wilson there?
Lights. No, unfortunately Tori Wilson wasn't there.
Damn it.
Because you would have saw pictures of me kidnapping her.
Yeah, really.
At least he admits it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like you would have tried to kidnap Tori Wilson.
Oh man. She's my favorite.
I would rather you didn't question my personal life. With that being said, let's talk about something real quick before we go to intermission. How about that Golden Falcon, huh? The crowd was behind their mascot, the Golden Falcon.
I'll tell you, they loved the Chicken Hawk. They did love the Chicken Hawk throwing out sweatshirts to everybody.
Yeah, he was not a rooster that night. He was definitely over like Rover. And we had a nice little kind of exhibition. You mentioned him earlier, Sean Donovan and Nikos Rikos. Sean Donovan, really good. First time seeing him.
Yeah, he was good. And Nestle Crunch, whatever that guy's name is, what kind of outfit was he wearing? I've never seen anything like it.
Greece, sir. He's from Greece.
He looked like he was from Alice in Wonderland with that outfit he was wearing.
I thought it was quite creative.
Oh, yeah, it's creative for, if you're walking down a runway, not in a wrestling ring.
He looked like a young John Stamos.
A young John Stamos. Well, in that case, where's Rebecca Romaine?
Well, I'm not sure. She's not answering my calls either.
Yeah, no, we do have that problem.
Pretty interesting match that featured Robert Frank, Mr. Gaines O'Clock, Craig Steele, Sinister X. They went one-on-one. Pretty good big man match. A lot of beef and cheese in the ring. Yeah,
yes, definitely. I wasn't really sure who to root for because, a guy named Sinister turned out to be the good guy in the match.
Yeah. It tripped me up a bit, but both guys in great shape. Nice big man match, and definitely a a good, different change of pace for that show.
Yes, definitely.
Who had the best move of the night? If you had to choose.
Oh wow, that's got to be, and that's actually kind of a good segue. Best move of the night, and some might say, oh, that's common. Dude, I saw Crowbar hit Adam Payne with a Hurricane Rana from the top rope, and I saw Adam Payne, who was like 320, 340, somewhere around that mark, end up on the other side of the damn ring. That, to me, was the coolest. That was when I turned into a fan and not a professional.
Yeah, I got to agree with you 100% there. When he hit him with the Frankensteiner off the top rope.
Yeah.
That was just amazing.
That had to be move of the night. The other move of the night, I got to tell you, Sebastian Cage, he went out there and he was a human highlight reel too, if that's the case. But hands down, Crowbar basically taking the Fountain of Youth and beating the piss out of Adam Payne.
Yeah.
That was the move of the night. And that was the main event. How about the entrances? Crowbar getting a tremendous
big
reaction.
Adam Payne had a Sergeant Slaughter-like entrance into the ring with all the American flags and the Cub Scouts.
Yeah, he had Cub Scouts. He had veterans. He had Duke Nukem. He had Golden Eagles.
Yeah.
He had
it all.
Yeah, he had it going with the flags, and he came out to was that Toby Keith song, right?
Yeah, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
Yeah, and the whole joint, 813, included me.
Yeah.
So 813 and a half, that included me, were singing courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. It was cathartic. It was a religious experience when he came out. And they just tore the house down. The power on Adam Payne is incredible. Off the chart.
Yeah. It was something else.
Yeah, that's a guy that I have seen. That's a guy who I've seen, again, since the beginning of his career.
Right.
And I tell you, I've seen him in the gym. I've seen him in the ring. Feats of strength is all that man does.
Yeah, that was a great match. And then the run-in with Andrew Anderson. And
I almost forgot about it till you brought it up, I tell you.
Yeah, that was something else. He comes running in the ring, breaks up their match, which, in a lot of ways, it put a kink into the match, because I was dying to see who was coming out on top in that match.
Yeah, Eddie Jackson, he went out there, Shining Eddie Jackson, who is the only person I've ever seen standing with a pulse to give me epilepsy with that suit that he had on. He ruined the event. He got exactly what he wanted.
Oh, he told us he was going to do it. He said he was going to ruin the event, and he did.
Yeah, but he made a lasting impression. Guys, as of now, the heavyweight title is vacant, still to be determined.
That's true. I have a fan on the line asking if we know an Ace Maximus out of the SWF.
I know SWF. I know the promotion. I know several people that work there, but I don't know Ace Maximus, no.
Yeah, apparently it is my friend Sharon Priscilla Vieira, my fellow fan, one of my fans. It is her son wrestling at the SWF. So
well, I turned off Facebook so that I wouldn't hear you with the delay. So maybe I'll check back later in the comments. But I know SWF. I know the promotion. I know quite a few guys there. Because we're all gypsies in the wrestling business. You know that,
right?
But I'm not familiar with him. But then again, I might even know him by his
regular name.
Yeah, his regular name. So yeah, but you mentioned that Andrew Anderson ruined the main event, but he was technically in it. Can we say that?
Yeah, well, he was in it because turned into an impromptu match with Gunner Trash.
Yep, for the North American title at that. That was a big check that Andrew Anderson could not cash, unfortunately for him.
Well, not when you're being jumped by three men.
Well, again, what's good for the goose is good for the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Because Andrew Anderson came out there and essentially sabotaged one of the best matches that either of us have ever called, seen live, witnessed, and he got a receipt for it.
Hey, they come back to bite him, but we're going to see what happens next because a lot of people are calling for him. Tom Montefusco's calling for him. We got a lot of people out there looking for him.
Speaking of Tom Montefusco, let's talk about all the other guys that had a hand. We had Shane Keeler, the young man who was guest ring announcer,
right?
Who got one of the best reactions all night. He was great. He was a great.
He was a great announcer. We had
Mike Paskus.
Mike Paskus.
Who else did we have there? Of course, Mike. I'm trying not to say his name wrong. Mike Zarek.
Yeah, Mike Sazar. Zero.
Eddie Rowland had to get physical. How about that?
Yeah, he laid a beating on B Money, who I was just on a podcast with B Money Monday night.
Oh yeah, what's B Money saying? I bet he's blaming it on his tinted glasses, huh?
Yeah, he was blaming it on the fact that his girlfriend beat him up the night before.
Is that what it was?
Yes, and she did beat him up because we witnessed it.
Maybe she should have been in the ring.
She's tougher than B Money is. I love B Money though; he's a good man. All right, I gotta wrap up my show here, Cheyenne. We have Animal House Radio coming on at 8:30.
I'm sorry, I came in at a good time, but
no, you did. You came in. You helped me fill the. You helped me fill the last half hour because I was running out of material.
Oh, good. Now we could say it though. Rescue Mania 2. Be on the lookout, right? We're gonna do this again.
Definitely be on the lookout for Rescue Mania 2. I hope to be a part of it. I hope we're all a part of it again, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Details to come. Stay tuned here to the Alpha Show. Of course, I'm getting my social media fan page back up at Facebook in the next couple days, so you can catch me on my fan page, Cheyenne Ortiz. If you want to see me commentate again, I'll be April 14th, but go to New Jersey, Ace Pro Wrestling, and I'll be checking in with Ed as we get to Rescue Mania 2. And again, congratulations to Chris and Dina and everybody involved in all their success. And Ed, once again, a real pleasure, and I can't express enough how fun it was, and I genuinely look forward to the matches and working with you again.
Same here, Cheyenne. I can't wait to get together and start insulting all the wrestlers with you.
Yeah, and maybe this time we can get you out of there in an ambulance, Puerto Rico style.
Oh, I'll be honest. I don't know how I walked out of Rutherford in one piece.
Yeah, because even kids were snarling at you at the end of the night.
They really were. I thought I was going to get beat up in intermission going to the bathroom.
You may end up being a wrestling manager eventually.
It was either that or the issue with the raffle numbers, and I think I'll cut it at that because I know you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yes, I do.
All right, guys. Take care, Ed. Thanks again for having me, and we'll talk soon.
All right, Cheyenne. You have a good time, brother. Talk to you later.
All right, buddy. All right, brother. Bye-bye.
All right.
I knew you do great in that. That's right up your venue, man.
We had so much fun. It was ridiculous.
I knew you would.
Let me rattle off my plugs once again before I get out of here. Josie's Pizzeria, 228 Stuyvesant Ave. Give them a call, 201-933-1966, or go to josie'spizzeria.com. Tell them Ed from the Alpha Male Show sent you. Our boys at North Jersey Alliance Football Club, North Jersey Alliance FC on Facebook. Go buy some of their gear, sign your kid up for their clinics. What they do for the community is just second to none. So definitely check them out. Also, AC Comedy Club. Go to acjokes.com if you're down in Atlantic City. 2btbmusic.com. Give them a holler if you need some studio time. Also, GiusellaBella.com, where you can get some of these silly-looking stuffed animals or jewelry or whatever she can make for you. Also, Monday nights, the Uncomfortably Funny podcast from 7 to 9. Dave Hodjanowski, Shay Farrell. What is it, Paul?
What's that? Shay Farrell.
Shay Farrell. Stop saying his name wrong, Paul. What's wrong with you? And Anthony Ennis. All brought to you from Pet Cemetery Studios. Also tonight, Animal House Radio coming on in short half hour. And it's all being brought to you by Hamiltonradio.net. Everybody, have a good weekend and good week and all that fun stuff. Go on my page. Vote, vote, vote. The Alfie is coming down to the wire, people. Final four. So everybody vote, and I will see you all next week.